The venue looked like something out of a movie. Perfect lighting, perfect flowers, perfect everything. And I thought, this was the best day of my life. Everyone was smiling, laughing, celebrating. But something felt off. I noticed her checking her phone again and again, like she was hiding something. And then I saw my best man watching her. At first, I told myself I was overthinking. I trusted them. But I had no idea that in just a few minutes, everything was about to fall apart. The ceremony ended and the speeches began. That's when he stood up. My best man, smiling, but it didn't feel right. I looked at her, and she suddenly looked nervous. Then I noticed something else. The maid of honor. She wasn't smiling. She looked worried. And then he started his speech. At first, it sounded like a normal speech. Funny stories, memories, laughter. People were smiling. Even I started to relax. Then his voice changed. Completely, but intense. He pulled out his phone and said, "I think everyone deserves to see this." Messages between him and my wife. And just like that, the entire room went silent. I couldn't move. I just stood there, staring at the screen. I turned to her, and she was already shaking. She kept saying, "It's fake, it's not real," over and over again. The crowd started whispering. Some believed him, some believed her. And me? I chose her. I told him to stop. I told him he was lying. I stepped in front of him, told him to shut it down, right there. But he didn't argue. He just smiled. And then he said, "I'm not the only one who knows." The entire room turned. And that's when I saw her. The maid of honor. Standing there, frozen. And in that moment, I realized she knew something. She didn't move at first. Everyone was just waiting. Then she started walking straight toward us. My heart was racing. I didn't even know what I was hoping for anymore. She looked at him, then at her, and then she said, "He's not lying." And just like that, everything inside me collapsed. I couldn't even process it. I just kept staring at her. She couldn't even look at me anymore. That's when I knew it was real. But she didn't stop there. She kept talking. She said it wasn't just a mistake. It had been going on for months. Months. While I was planning this wedding. And that's when I realized this wasn't just betrayal. This was planned. I thought that was it. That it couldn't get any worse. But then he laughed. Not nervous, not awkward. And he said, "You still don't get it, do you?" I followed his eyes. And that's when I saw my own parents sitting there, silent. That's when it hit me. They knew. I couldn't breathe. My chest felt tight. She started crying. But I couldn't even look at her anymore. The room exploded. Voices shouting, confusion everywhere. She tried to grab my hand. I pulled away. In that moment, she became a stranger to me. So I turned, and I walked away. It was quiet outside, like none of it ever happened. 10 minutes ago, I had everything. A future, a family, a life I believed in. And in one moment, it was all gone. But if I stayed, I would have lost myself too. That day, I didn't lose a wife. I lost everyone. Subscribe for stories that hit harder than reality.